Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So today I wanted to talk about this. And I picked this up from a video and I love it. How negative visualization can motivate change. All right, so it's another beautiful day here at the lake. Hope everybody's doing well. Skies are blue. Barely a cloud in the sky. Welcome to the weekend. Hopefully going to have some friends stop by, do some fishing. So, how negative visualization can motivate change. So, in the world of personal development, there's a lot of things about positive visualization and affirmations. I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm pain-free and all this kind of stuff. And, sometimes those can be beneficial and people can make some progress with that. I am statements can be powerful because it kind of leads you towards I am this, I am that. Well, that can work against us too. I am depressed. We become more depressed. But I am happy. Even just saying that out loud, I am happy, kind of puts a smile on your face, right? I am happy. But that's not the point of this video. We're not talking about affirmations here because it's a different topic. So how negative visualization can help you change, right? And what do I mean by negative visualization? Ask yourself this question. Let's say you're not too happy with where you're at right now, with your behaviors, with your thoughts, with your beliefs, with your life. And you know that there are changes that would be very beneficial to make. Could be a mindset change, could be a belief change, could be a behavior change, could be a how we deal with our thoughts change. But most of us, at some point, say, yeah, I got to make some changes, right? And we try the positive. I am going to do this, and I am this, I am that. And sometimes it kind of falls flat, right? But here's how negative visualization works. Imagine yourself 1, 2, 5 years down the line if you don't make these changes that you're well aware of. Imagine yourself 5 years down the line if you don't change what you know really should be changed in order to lead a better life. So a couple examples in the mind-body space. If you keep on telling yourself, I can't do this, I'm too anxious, I'm too scared. If you have all the facts, you understand what perceived danger is. Oh, by the way, there's a couple of ducks floating by. Did you see them? There they are. If you have all the facts and you understand what causes symptoms, and you've done the assessments and you've said, yep, this is what's going on with me, but yet every single time that the symptoms change or flare or whatever, you discard all of those facts and you jump right back into fear. And you do it over and over and over. And some of us have been doing it for years. I know I struggled with that stuff for a long time. So what needs to change? Well, we need to change our response to the symptoms. We want to respond in a way that doesn't scream, oh my goodness, I'm in trouble, right? We want to change that fear response, that automatic default freak out response. That would be extremely beneficial, right? You know that because you've been following me for a while. And it would be very beneficial. But if you don't change that, what does life look like for you in a year, in 3 years, 5 years? Probably more of the same. And that thought, if I don't make these changes, which I know about, and I know they are necessary to get myself out of this bit of a mess that I'm in, if I don't make those changes, I'm going to be in the same boat. Or let's say your freak out and panic and your worry and your catastrophic thinking and your rejection of the mind-body aspect is causing more and more symptoms to multiply. And, you started with 1 and now you've got 5 and now you've got 10. Visualize what life looks like if you don't change course, right? Could you end up with 40 symptoms, bedridden? Now, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to help motivate you. If we visualize ourselves in the future, if we keep on the same course, what's life going to look like? Case in point, Dan. My eating habits, my eating behaviors. Probably, I don't know if you folks have noticed, face getting a little bigger. But I've probably put on close to 15 pounds in the past 3 months. Now, here's the lesson. Not looking for sympathy or, dietary advice. I'm just eating stuff I shouldn't be eating. Here's the point. If I stay on this course and do not motivate change within myself to get my crap together and start treating myself and my body better, what do I see a year, 3 years, 5 years down the line? I could gain another 10, 15, 40 pounds. I could be really in a bad way if I do not make the changes which I already know I need to make. So that's a great example of using negative visualization to motivate myself. I'm on a pace where I've been absolutely gaining weight. If I don't change course and stop that, I'm going to keep on gaining it, right? So we all have our struggles. This is one of mine. I'm blessed. I've kind of tackled the chronic pain, chronic illness, and I'm sure somebody will comment below and say, well, that's probably TMS too. Not classically, but is it psychological? Yes. Is it stress-induced? Yes. Eating can often be that. So enough of that. I just wanted to give an example, a real-life example of how visualizing what my life would be like in a year, 3 years, 5 years if I don't change course, right? And if I can use that fear of that future vision to motivate change today, that's the point of this video. Putting it towards the chronic pain, chronic illness, chronic ailment. I don't like the word illness. Chronic ailment or symptoms. Same thing. If you continue to buy into the fear and throw all logic and reason out the window every time your symptoms get your attention, and you refuse to accept that your brain is creating the symptoms based on the perception of danger, or you refuse to focus on safety and instead you default and you continue to default to the fear and the freakouts, what is your life going to be like a year, 3 years, 5 years from now? Is it going to be more of the same? More symptoms, more despair, more frustration? Right? So use this negative visualization of, boy, if I don't make some changes, if I don't implement these proven concepts that other people are using to get better, if I don't implement them, I might be in the same boat a year, 3, 5 years from now. And boy, I hope that motivates you. Because I can guarantee it. Implementing this stuff provides significant benefit. There's no downside. Staying the same course. I got a lot of people going, but I'm doing everything. But yet, as I talk to them, they're still terrified. They're still freaking out. They're still looking externally for solutions. So if you're the type who says, I'm doing everything you say, Dan, it's not working, evaluate yesterday's video. Number one question to ask yourself, am I creating safety or danger? Most likely, if your symptoms are not changing, number one, don't convince yourself you're doing everything right if your symptoms are not changing. And the answer to the question that I posed yesterday is, am I creating safety or danger? If the answer is danger because I'm getting frustrated, pissed off, aggravated, telling myself this isn't working, I can't do this, it's too hard for me, maybe I've got a real problem, that isn't doing all the right stuff, So I'm not being hard with you folks. Not at all. Trying to motivate you to implement. And I know this stuff is difficult. It's really, really difficult. But staying where you're at and being there in a year, 3 years, 5 years from now, that's difficult. That is really difficult. So, what changes do you need to make? Comment below. Write them down. What changes need to be made in my approach to my mind-body symptoms? What changes need to be made in my life? And start to visualize what life looks like in a year, 3 years, 5 years if I don't make those changes. I've given you my personal example. And, the good news is I get to look at my face getting bigger, my cheeks getting redder every day on camera. And those point out to me the changes that I need to make. Question is, when am I going to make them? So, that's my challenge. What are the changes you need to make? Comment them below. Visualize not making those changes and what life looks like. And if that doesn't motivate you to make these changes, I don't know what will. So I'm going to wrap it up. Hope everybody's doing amazing. Love you. And as usual, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.